Here we go. The 6AX Classic Breakfast with Nat Westo.
We do love our sport. So with that, to talk all things sport, it is the one and only Mark Beretta. Good morning.
Westy, Nat, how are you, legends?
Mate, it's Friday. Do you know that? That's all I can say, Dale.
You fall across the line again.
I've crawled over it, mate.
Yes, we are. We're barely there, but we are here nonetheless. So, mate, look, a lot of talk about obviously AFL finals and the Wildcard finals.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, we've got Bulldogs and Collingwood tonight, and then tomorrow we've got Melbourne and Carlton. Interesting concept, the wildcard finals. First time. Initial reaction from a lot of clubs and players. I got the feeling at the start of the year when it was, when it was mapped out, was, oh, gee, really don't know. But this follows a sort of a US style and NBA and NFL style map of getting to finals and having second chances. I reckon now it's here. People are going, well, actually, hang on, it's not bad. Number one, I get 2 good games on what would have been the bye weekend before the finals start. And, we've just had another 2 teams with possibilities to play grand finals. So I think the general consensus, I was at a footy lunch yesterday and Steve Cornelio, Guy McKenna, Matthew Pavlich was there. It was a good turnout, but the general consensus from those guys with this now that it's here, this is a good thing and it will be a winner for football. So interesting couple of contests. The Pies and the Bulldogs, I think the consensus amongst the players, so I won't put my own mockers on this, but everyone thought the Bulldogs would get over Collingwood and that Carlton will just keep their good form rolling on and they'll roll over Melbourne. So for those 2 teams, this could be a golden opportunity. And remember, last time the Bulldogs won a flag, they did a similar thing from 7th where they just steamrolled through, won all the games in the finals, grand final as well, and won the premiership. So interesting time for them. Their fans will be just trying to think back to that great year.
And was that 2016?
Would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And I think interesting for Freo, 2016 Bulldogs was the last time that a team lost the last round of the home and away season and still won the flag.
Yeah.
So it's 10 years. Freo's lost the last round. Maybe that's a good sign.
It could be.
Hey, what about those Dockers tickets selling out in 44 minutes?
Oh, mate, they went quickly. That's the game against the Hawks on Thursday, Optus.
Yeah. Haven't they got some momentum, though? I mean, geez, Nat, your Dockers are going to be very, very hard to stop. I know Matthew Pavlich has had he's had a tough week, but I think he's got one eye on his Dockers there and a bit of a skip in the heart at the moment on that side of things.
After so many years, you'd have to imagine he would.
Yeah, and good on him. I mean, what a legend of the club. Just a shame he's not there at the moment. As a player to enjoy this moment. But
yes,
I'm pretty sure he's got to be there in the stand, screaming his lungs out to the Dockers.
And I think you might be right.
I think he'd rather be sort of dealing with the ride that the Dockers are on than the one that the Swans are on at the moment.
Good Lord, yeah.
Now, absolutely.
Now, let's talk about your girls.
The Matildas. So the last time they met Colombia in February, they went down 2-1. But it looks like it's been confirmed Matildas taking on Colombia again for a 2-match series for the friendlies. Now, they confirmed that the first game will definitely be in Canberra. That's November 28. No idea where the second game is going to be. What do you think, Brett?
Where would you put it? It's a good question.
Perth?
It's got to go to... Sorry, that was a stupid question.
Just an idea.
Well, and why not? Absolutely. It's got to have a big population centre. Canberra's an interesting choice, but people turn out in Canberra and people travel from Sydney, Melbourne, and we will travel around the country to see the Matildas. Such is the passion for that side. I mean, if there's a team that's just captured the heart of the nation, it's the Matildas, isn't it? We just love them. So to see them take on Colombia again and fingers crossed get revenge against Colombia would be absolutely fantastic. But the thing I love about the Matildas, they just keep evolving. They keep getting better and better. They're bringing such great new young talent as well. So pretty exciting time. And look, fingers crossed, guys. I hope it is Perth where they get that second game. We'll get on the phone and start lobbying Football Australia today.
Yeah, talk to your people, will you, mate? I'd like to go.
Make it happen. So, well, while we're talking Matildas and also Perth, there's that obvious link, the relationship with Mary Fowler and Nathan Cleary. A lot of talk around him. He's got to be the biggest player in the game around the world at the moment in the rugby league. Off contract at the end of next year. Talk about the fact that he might come to the Perth Bears.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Well, he'd be a 1 17-hour flight from the UK.
Oh, okay.
So maybe he's a little bit closer to
Mary may not
his
be
other
happy
half.
with that, yeah.
But the big carrot that's being dangled is the PNG Chiefs. There's a 4-year deal, $1.5 million per season, tax-free, I believe.
Oh, my gosh.
But he's going to have to live in a compound. You can't play the games at night for security reasons. Are we going to get him here?
I think he's a chance for sure. I like the way you've tied it in Mary Fowler and being able to,
you have to
travel to the UK and keep the relationship in order. But look, at the end of the day, I think Nathan Cleary will not resist the temptation of starting up with a new club. That's a fair challenge, and the big money on offer in PNG. Now, remember, all those dollars are tax-free.
Yeah.
Yes, there are challenges in the living and moving around, but I've been up there a few months ago and had a look, and I actually think it's pretty good. I think the setup's good. They've virtually got them on an island of their own. It's not too bad. The thing will be keeping the chemistry between the team, because they're going to be living in each other's pockets, and so are their families and their partners. So COVID has shown us that sometimes that can be challenging for teams, but if they can pull it off. And I think at the end of the day, everyone who goes there is well aware they're being paid very, very well, and it just has some sacrifices that come with it too. So my gut feel and what I'm hearing is he will go to PNG. But let's just see. I mean, he's in such a great spot. He is the best player in the world at the moment, no doubt about it. He's the best player in the NRL, obviously, and he commands a big paycheck. Can the Bears stump up and make it tantalising for him? That's probably the big question, and probably the answer is they'll have a red hot go.
Well, that's fingers crossed that we're half a chance. I guess one positive about them all living together in the compound is that they're not going to bugger off and do something stupid in a hotel somewhere.
Correct, sir.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Literally locked down and under control. Thank you, as always, Mark Beretta. You've done well with the sport, which is good because that's your whole thing, isn't it?
Your shtick.
Yeah.
Thanks, Westy. Thanks, Nat. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the footy and go Matildas, Nat.
Yes, absolutely.
I hope this was as much fun for you as it was for me.
The Classic Breakfast with Nat and Westo. Weekday mornings from 5:30 on 6AX.
I'm done. Stick a fork in me. I feel good.